MAGA means make America great again. That's what MAGA means.
Are you a MAGA follower? Please do not come to Mexico. Do not come to Cancun. Do not come to Puerto Vallarta or Acapulco. Stay in the United States. Eat your Taco Bells. Eat your burritos. Eat your whatever you got back home. In Mexico, we already know that MAGA people hate Mexicans. We already know that you support Donald Trump, who is a really bad guy for Mexicans. They are putting our people in prisons. They are attacking our people. They are disappearing little children, separating families. We don't like MAGA people here in Mexico. And if you come, please do not bring your orange hat saying MAGA. Do not come with your shirt saying MAGA, because I've seen cases where MAGAs have been attacked by Mexicans in Cancun. At least they get knocked on their head, or at least they insult them, and we are right. We know you hate us in the United States, so why are you gonna come to Cancun with your offending us with your MAGA shirts or hats? Stay in the United States. You're better there. Why do you come to Cancun? Why do you come to Mexico? If you don't like us, stay there.
Hello everyone, once again welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your host Larry. Now, the MAGA supporters are really facing it rough in Mexico. This is mainly because of the remarks made by Donald Trump during his presidential campaign. Now, the remarks made by Donald Trump during his presidential campaign was a total disrespect to the Mexican people and the black people. Not was it just directed to the undocumented immigrants, but to all Mexicans and black people. And I don't know why the current president of the United States, Donald Trump, has this trend of belittling other countries. He sees himself as the most powerful man on earth. Now, he has this trend of belittling other countries. He doesn't filter his words. He says everything as it is, just raw. And now, most of his remarks never sat well with the black people and also the people, or rather the Mexican people. In this case, things took a very sour turn for the MAGA supporters who are in Mexico. With me, I have some few compilations of videos and that I'd love to share with you. And before I even do that, I'd love for you to please consider subscribing to my channel, like my videos, comment, and give these videos a thumbs up. So allow me to share this video with you, and then I'll be back with a few comments.
Oh my God, it's right. You're with this. He doesn't want me or you to have equality. Oh my God, go pray for me. Touch me and watch me get on my head and get away. Sit down. Get out. You're not welcome here. You don't want these people here. You're not welcome. You want me to make you be okay. Not to go on this one. What the hell are you? You don't like the fire service. You don't like veterans. Why are you disrespecting the restaurant with an ass? This is free right here. This is some.
Allowed to wear a hat. I mean, I can express myself how I want.
This is not expression. This is hate speech. This is every kind of misogyny, homophobia, racism, bigotry, Islamophobia. I can go on and on. Until you take that hat off, you will not be served.
I'm not taking it off.
Well, then you will not be served in this restaurant.
Are you kidding me? Yeah.
He just said that.
You've got to be kidding.
And last night I had a MAGA table come in, wearing the hat and everything. And I just thought, why are you here? This is not for you. You don't get to enjoy these flavors in this cuisine that comes from a country whose people you're trying to kick out. This is not for you. Go home and eat some unseasoned chicken and green bean casserole like God intended. The fuck? Oh, and they tipped $2 on $70.
For you MAGA people, Mexican president have good news for you. If you are planning a cruise ship going to Mexico and you have a MAGA hat, a MAGA shirt, or anything regarding MAGA, it's good news for you because you can wear it in the ship. Oh yeah, you can wear it all day in the ship. But as soon as that ship hits Mexico, you're not allowed to wear it. Take it off. Take it off. Because you will be deported back to the ship by Mexican ICE. Oh yeah, Mexican ICE will escort you back to your quarters. Oh hey, MAGA people, pobrecito.
Did y'all know they over in Mexico tearing white people's asses up right now? If you don't believe me, you can go look it up. But the Mexicans that are in Mexico are literally coming after people who are claiming to be nomads. You know, all those boomers who have now retired and are looking for a cheaper place to live with their retirement. They decided to go to Mexico and try to gentrify Mexico. And they said, no sir, no ma'am. The Mexican people are going through their cities where they've built all these places of shops and restaurants, and they are breaking everything. They are blaming this boomer generation and these digital nomads for the reasons why the price of living is going up. They say that over the last 5 years, just rent alone has gone up 43% because of them. They said that because of them, they are now having to choose between groceries, rent, and electricity. And they didn't waste no time telling them, get the out. They even said they was coming on their beaches telling them that their mariachi bands can't play their music. The nerve. That's a cultural thing that's been going on there forever. Why would you think you get to go to someone else's country and tell them what to do? There was even one of the protesters who was quoted stating, this is how colonialism works, and we're gonna put a stop to it before it ever even happens, honey. And they don't look like they're joking around, busting windows straight out, honey.
All I gotta say is, if you're American, very pale American, I hope you don't have plans for spring break in Mexico, because there's a lot of people that are mad right now. And among other things, you wouldn't want them spitting in your food. Or your drink. At those all-inclusives in Cancun.
Listen, you have to be a grade D Delulu gringo bitch to carry your European American ass over there to Mexico for spring break wearing a MAGA hat. A rojo hat, bitch. Make America great again hat in Mexico, bitch, of all places, ho. Aren't you the same motherfuckers that want to deport Mexicanos from here? So now you want to go to their country, celebrate spring break in their motherfucking country, but you want to deport them from your country. The hypocrisy, bitch, is loud, bitch. But that's how you motherfuckers is, bitch. Listen, when Diablo, bitch, when the devil was making you motherfuckers, and I said the devil because that's exactly where you're from the gates of hell, ho. When he was making a fresh batch of you motherfuckers, he forgot heart, courage, brain, melanin, bitch, huh? Soul. You just an empty shell, bitch. Walking this earth as an empty shell. I would call you a day walker, a white walker, bitch, a zombie even. A hollow head. One of them Mexicanos need to push out a muffin cap all the way back, bitch. I want him to kill Maduba Abagabala up, bitch. It's already dislocated, bitch. I know it ain't in the right spot because you got elongated tailbones, bitch. Call me a monkey, bitch. And you look more like you got thin lips, elongated tailbones, bitch, thin skin, huh? You burn in the sun. El Sol, bitch. Combustion, bitch. You call me colored, you turn every color in the motherfucking book. Please, por favor. Okay, ho? Y'all have some type of caucasity to carry your ass over to Mexico wearing a motherfucking MAGA hat. Ugh, bitch, where's the rapture? Mexicans, one to them when you see them, okay, ho? Amen.
Remember last time I was here at the Guadalajara International Airport and I told you that one of my many enjoyments was watching MAGAs
have to wait in that long ass line to return to the U.S. And when they get to the front counter, they're told that their immigration paperwork isn't in check, and then they're sent way down there to the immigration office to get that paperwork in check. And by this time, their blood pressure is through the roof. Now, they're not concerned about the tax that they have to repay that they already paid, which is typically about $40, but they're more concerned about the crunch time, because if they don't have this paperwork in check, they're not boarding. Like always, since my flight is delayed 2 hours from Guadalajara, Jalisco to Las Vegas, Nevada, I thought I'd stand around and just fish, waiting for a MAGA to be sent down to the immigration office, so you can see firsthand how upset they get when their white privilege here in Mexico is revoked. When it happens to Mexicanos who are traveling back to the U.S., it kind of sucks because they get caught up in the system. But when it happens to those peeps right there, it's kind of like an eye for an eye.
Y'all going to Mexico wearing MAGA hats as if y'all not going to get touched by the motherfucking people there, and that's crazy. Bitch, how racist do you have to be and out of touch with society do you have to be to show up in Mexico wearing Make America Great Again motherfucking merch and logos and think you're safe? You think that you're safe being racist in Mexico? First of all, why are you going to Mexico knowing good and goddamn well you don't like Mexican people and you want them to be deported? What the fuck are you doing in Mexico for spring break? Baby, you're gonna get touched. Baby, you're gonna get tapped on the shoulder. Baby, they're getting you the fuck up out of there. Like, immediately. Like, I don't understand. And this is why I say they need to keep the Department of Education, but even if, bitch, you still wouldn't pick up a book and learn something. Because there is no way that you thought you could travel to another country that you don't like and they're not gonna fucking tap your ass on the shoulder. Even me. I love Mexico. I love the people. I love the culture. And I love President Claudia. But baby, I even know as an American right now, we are not popular. They can't stand our motherfucking asses. I would be damned if I went to another country, all right, and I didn't do my research and I didn't understand what was going on in this time period to be respectful to those people. Like, what the fuck? Everything outside of the United States of America, everyone is watching us, baby. We are on the Jumbotron, and they gonna get us as soon as we touch down. I need y'all to start doing your due diligence and pick up a motherfucking book.
Claudia Sheinbaum. Okay. Hear me, girl. Hear me out, okay? We prevent anybody that is MAGA from ever stepping foot in Mexico. Especially, yes, I said it with an especially, like Sprite. Especially Mexican MAGAs. Why the fuck should those motherfuckers enjoy our land, our culture, and our food? F them. F those motherfuckers. They don't deserve any of that. They should not be allowed to travel to Mexico. Like, they should be on a no-fly list. They should be on a no. They should just literally not. And you know what? I have a list for you. I can get started. I have a list. I have several people on the list that deserve to be there. Currently, right now, in this moment, I know of 2 Mexicans that are currently vacationing in Mexico, and they're MAGAs. That's not okay. That is not okay. They should be on a no-fly list, no enter list. They should be literally some sort of travel ban for these people.
Good morning, friends. So, some of y'all cousins want to go to Mexico wearing a MAGA hat or MAGA gear. Really? If I worked in the airport, yeah, they'd be in line for some hours. Yeah, I think they'd probably have to be searched and denied entry. Not with that on. No. Nah, couldn't be me. They better be glad I don't run no airport in Mexico, because them maggots would not be getting in. Not with that gear on. No. Take it off or get out. Okay? You don't bring that hate over to somebody else's country. Are you kidding me? That is crazy. And I listen, ain't no other culture like the Mexicans, okay? Because they are some great people. The food is great. They fun, hard workers. They're human beings like everybody else. How you gonna hate on a specific country of people? It's so crazy. But if you ain't coming to my country with that mess on, couldn't be me. Lock them up, get them out, turn them around, whatever you got to do. But entry denied. Bye.
So guys, once again, welcome back, and I believe you've watched the video up to the end. Now, with me today, I have a few reasons as to why Mexicans are not welcoming the MAGA supporters in their countries. Now, this is some of the reasons as to why the MAGA supporters are not, or rather are completely not welcomed in Mexico. Like, Mexicans have set out warnings to them. Now, the first reason is that the Mexicans feel and understand that their national dignity and pride was insulted, because we all know that everybody loves their own countries. Everybody doesn't like hearing other people or paint or rather dirtify their country's name. And in this case, the Mexicans and black people were and are still framed as rapists. Others are framed to be criminals. In this case, we heard Donald Trump say that Mexicans are bringing crimes in the United States. Now, in this case, the Mexicans have all the right to react and oppose, make sure that these MAGA supporters don't get to step in their countries, because while Donald Trump was making these remarks, these MAGA supporters were proudly cheering and supporting his words. And like I said, once he chooses to insult someone, make sure that you, at no point in life will you need their support or rather their help. Now, in this case, we see that the MAGA supporters are now flooding to Mexico for their vacations. And in this case, allow me to use also this country, this beautiful country in the Caribbean called Jamaica. We all know that Jamaica, they are living a dream life for a lot of people, because you could, or rather you hear people save up so that they can go for their vacation in Jamaica. Keep in mind that Jamaica is predominantly a black nation, and in this case, whatever Donald Trump said also implies to Jamaica and any other country, or rather any other black nation. So Mexicans chose to react because their national dignity, their national pride was totally tampered with. And to continue with this case, Donald Trump also went ahead and said that they will build a wall at the border. We know the United States borders are Mexico. So he said that they will build a wall. And this wall is majorly to prevent Mexicans from migrating to the United States. Now, let's think about this. How if, or rather what if, countries chose to build such walls to prevent neighboring countries from entering their country? What would happen? We all know that the United States, it is what it is at this point because majorly, most of its development is done by the black people. And these Mexicans that Donald Trump is belittling and discriminating. We all know that most of their labors is done by black people and Mexicans. So you try to imagine if every country chose to build such a wall. I mean, these people, these Mexicans, they are not animals. These are humans. And now the MAGA supporters, they have now been termed as anti-humanitarians because of choosing to support what Donald Trump said. And at this point, we all believe that, and we all know that the karma is hitting them real hard. We've seen them come to the internet and cry and condemn what Donald Trump is doing to them at this point. They forgot that this person they are electing is not is not and will not be the president of Mexico, or rather Africa, or any other country that's not the United States. Now the reality is hitting them real hard. And we've seen, or rather heard, rumors that these MAGA supporters are not welcomed in Canada. They are not welcomed in Mexico. Another reason as to why the Mexicans are against the MAGA supporters in their country is that, and I noted this down, is poor treatment of their fellow Mexicans and black people in the United States. Just to explain this, I'll read you something. Many Mexicans and black people, and also the white people in the United States, are aware of how vital Mexican and black people labor is to the economy of United States. And this is because most of Mexicans and black people work in construction sites, they work in car washes, they work in kitchen, they work in homes in the United States. And yet the MAGA supporters continuously and constantly labels them as criminals. They labels them as people who are responsible to high crime rates in the United States. How do you label such people criminals, knowing well that your economy and the most dirtiest work that you people cannot do, you give it out to these people. These people take care of you to some point. They do most of the works that you cannot do, but at the end of the day, you label them as criminals, you label them as rapists, you label them as the people responsible to smuggling weapons in your country. What mostly white people did is they voted according to their own interest that they created in their head. And now the reality, like karma, is now hitting them. What Donald Trump promised is doing the exact opposite. And now they are here on the internet crying that this is happening, that they are being prevented from traveling to Mexico. Well, you are a MAGA supporter. You cheered for Donald Trump when he made these disrespectful remarks on this country. So how do you expect to give bad statements about this country, and at the end of the day you expect to be welcomed in their country? Nobody does that. And most people vote not knowing what the person or the interest of this person they are voting into power is. And at the end of the day, we are all under the leadership of this person. Whatever he does, it won't implement on certain people. If he says people in the United States are going to pay this certain amount of tax, be it a Mexican, be it the citizen of that country, you'll still pay that same tax. So guys, tell me what you think about this video. Tell me what you think of the MAGA supporters saga. Engage me in the comment section, and also most importantly, like this video, give this video a thumbs up, comment on it, share it with your loved ones if you found this content worth watching and sharing. Otherwise, I've been your host Larry, and until we meet again in my next video, peace out and one love.